Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Madden 17 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. And as you can see in this episode, we're doing a set, first thing off. I really wanted the Lions Colour Rush set. Not sure whether this video will be out when the sets are still available, but I just needed to add one more guy into the set here. The bronze players actually cost a hell of a lot of coins to get in. As you can see, I'm down about 10k, but I did get the official Colour Rush uniform. And we got 2k back in rewards for doing the set. So it's not the worst thing in the world, and I really wanted to get this kit, because you can only get it until I think the 6th of October. So if you haven't got your team's kit yet, definitely go and get it, because you're not going to be able to get it later in the year. And it's one of those premium limited items that you're going to regret not getting if you don't get it. I mean, I'm going to add that to the set. Probably should have sold it for 250 coins actually, because every little does help when you're selling the consumables. I sell a lot of the consumables actually that I know I'm not going to use for sets, but I was just checking if that set I could ever do it. I'm not going to complete 8 loads of Colour Rush uniform things, so I won't be able to do that set. But as you can see, we have got the Colour Rush set as our home kit now, and we've actually got a few team upgrades which I will show you in a minute before going into the head-to-head games. So I've changed the team around a little bit. I spent a little bit of the coins. I want you guys to suggest to me a wide receiver to use. Carson Wentz, I probably will get him a quarterback when Cam Newton's contracts run out. Thanks for the suggestions in the last episode for that. I'm really looking forward to using him. But if you can suggest a good wide receiver, I'm thinking like Alshon Jeffrey, because as you can see, I've got Anquan Boldin at number 1. And he's there for his run blocking, because I can use Adrian Peterson to his full ability when he's there. So if I put Alshon Jeffrey at 2 and maybe Marvin Jones at the slot receiver position, we'll be good to go. And I've good run blockers everywhere on the field. And on defence, as you can see, we're pretty decent. We're getting up towards an 80 overall. Obviously, I could buy all the golds and get an elite or 2 in here or there, but I want you guys' suggestions on that. So suggest me a wide receiver, and I'll pick him up next episode. And if you're enjoying the episode up to this point, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. But don't forget to suggest me a wide receiver, because I really want a good one, because I think it will help me in the games that I'm going to play so much. So jumping into the first game here, we're coming up against the Vikings. I think at the moment we are 4-1 in the head-to-head series before these games. So after these 2 games, we'll decide how we do in this head-to-head series. But 4-1, I'm pretty happy with, considering the team we've got is a lot worse than every other team I'm coming up against. As you can see, my opponent here has elites all over the field. But we're just going to try and abuse our scheme. As a lot of people say, it's scheme, not team. I'm not sure how much I believe that. Obviously, if you are the better player, you do tend to win, even if you have a worse team. But team does come into it a hell of a lot. But Jared Cook, for me, could have been gone there. Unfortunately, I step out of bounds with him when I jump around the tackle. I thought the tackle was going to hit me, so I tried to just move to the left a little bit, move too far, and we go out of bounds. But we give it to Adrian Peterson here, and that's why I have Anquan Boldin at number 1. His blocking is unreal. You can see he was still holding that block as we were 5, maybe 10 yards past him, and it gets us a touchdown. That's why I want him at number 1, and that's why I think someone like Alshon Jeffrey at the number 2 wide receiver spot, also blocking, would be phenomenal. But coming up against my opponent, as you can see here, he is abusing his elite receivers to the max. He's throwing into coverage every single time, tight coverage as well, as you can see there, getting hit in the air, and they're still coming down with it, because the players he's coming up against aren't as high caliber as his receivers, to be honest, and he's just abusing it. Fair play to him, no reason he shouldn't do that, but I'm hoping I can get a stop or something, because I'm in the right coverage most of the time. As you can see, I've got most people locked up on the field. I'm bringing a lineman off where I can to lock things up a little bit, but it's 7-0 still. He's in my red zone, and he's just going to run it in. We get a nice tackle there, but he just barges through with, I think it was Derrick Henry he had. Everyone seems to have Derrick Henry nowadays. I'm thinking of getting him myself, actually, as a 3rd down running back, because he seems to be so big and powerful. It just seems to work. But 4th-1 here, I thought I could QB sneak it. Not sure why or how that didn't work. That seems to always work against me, but it didn't for me there. I nearly get a nice little pick there. I knew he was throwing into the flats, as you can see. I was usering straight over there. Unfortunately, we don't get it, but that would have been a pick 6. Easy if we got there. He is a hurry-up type of offense player. I'm trying to use the linebackers where I can. Unfortunately, Sorry, fortunately for us there, he throws it over the middle into coverage and he doesn't come down with it. But as I said, I'm trying to use the linebackers a lot more because I have to now. I can't rely on them in coverage. And we get a really nice user pick there. That was needed because I need to stay ahead in this game. If I'm against a team that's full of elites, I have to stay ahead, make them panic and make them think they need to score against me rather than they're just cruising in the game. And that's what I was doing against this guy. As you can see, he was sending a lot of people on a blitz. We get a really nice pass to Marvin Jones Jr. there. And he gets in for the touchdown. Breaking tackles, which seems to happen a lot this year, which I'm not complaining about because it usually works in my favour with this team. But also, I'm loving only having 3 linemen. It seems to be working so well for me. We nearly get another user pick there. Very unlucky not to get that. I'm reading exactly where he's going to throw. I just can't get the coverage over there because he's got Doug Baldwin and I think it was Larry Fitzgerald. And their route running and everything is just too good for my players to handle. As you can see, he's wide open in so many places there. Fortunately for us, he throws it straight to us. So it's a nice interception. And we didn't have time to score, but that stopped him scoring. So we're 14-7. He needs to score. If he turns the ball over, it's game over because I know I can score against this guy. I wasn't having any trouble scoring against him, as you've seen from the offensive clips. But he's driving downfield. He managed to get 1 4th down on this drive. We should have got a pick there. Just annoyed we didn't get that. Tom Brady threw it straight to our middle linebacker and we don't get the pick. He was one of those guys who likes running the ball to like the HB counter, I think is the name of the play. He likes running it to the opposite side to what you think he's going to run. And it was working for him a lot of the time. I was sending blitzes where I could, but his line was just too good at picking up all the blitzes. Another time we should have got a pick there, I think. Forcing him to 3rd and 8. I know we can get a stop. As you can see, I was just going cover 4 drop pretty much the whole game. Because the way he was passing, it was locking him down most of the time. As you can see, he was on a lot of 3rd and 4th downs. And when he was running it, I tend to try and send the linebacker over there and get a nice stop that way. But we forced him to 4th and 8. He decides to go for it. If I was in his position, I would have kicked the field goal, try and got a defensive stop and gone for it again myself. But he went for it. I know I can just go in coverage here and he won't have anything open. He'll have the flats open maybe. He throws it to the flats. We get a nice bat down and he ends up quitting. I tried to show you the team, but he quits too quickly. So we'll jump into the second game here against the New York Jets. We're 5-1 now, which I didn't think we'd go 5-1 with this team. I thought this was going to be one of those teams where we go, 3 wins for a few head-to-head seasons in a row. And once we get a better team, we'll start getting further up the league. But I'm more than happy with 5-1. We get this game, we'll go 6-1. And it's a good start. We get him in a formation that I can really abuse. So I'm just going to keep calling hurry up. This is one of the bad points of having Anquan Bolden in the team, actually. He's very slow. If I had a quick receiver on the left-hand side there on the slant route, he would have been gone. Like if I had Marvin Jones on that side or just anyone quick, to be honest. Maybe Ted Ginn, someone like that. He would have been gone. But Anquan Bolden, he's coming up big. He's doing exactly what I need him to do. And he's doing exactly the reason I got him in the team. He's getting the blocks on the runs. Pretty much 100% of the time. He hasn't let me down once on blocking. As you can see upfield there, he is blocking once again, getting a nice block, bringing the safety, making the safety take an extra few seconds to get to us, and we get the first down because of it. But once again, I'm against someone who has a very high-rated elite team. We're throwing really well. Marvin Jones Jr. there coming up big. Don't know how he didn't get the hero card last week, considering he nearly made the Lions come back from a almost certain, it was a defeat anyway, but an almost certain blowout by the Green Bay Packers, and he managed to bring it into a 1-score game. I'm not sure how he didn't get the hero card because of that. It's probably because they didn't actually win in the end, but I think he deserved the hero card. Let me know down below in the comments if you think he did as well. But we're 7-0 up. We've got a nice touchdown with Adrian Peterson there, and he's coming up big. I'm loving Adrian Peterson. This card is so overpowered. A lot of people were using him early on in the game, and I know why. And I'm pretty gutted I didn't use him earlier on myself, but I'll have him for a bit longer now, so I can save the coins on a running back and put it in more or other areas of the team that I think it will come up better. This guy, as you can see, I'm trying to use her over the middle. Mike Mitchell doesn't need user in and just comes up big again. He seems to be everywhere. No idea why he was playing it there, but fair play to him. He got the pick, and that's exactly what we needed him to do. And we get a 2-possession game, so it's 10-0. He does force me to a field goal. I have made no progress on that set of downs whatsoever. I sent a heavy blitz there. I was hoping it would work out and he'd panic. And he's got Nick Foles, so I was hoping the throwing wouldn't be as on point as it was. But it did end up being good throwing. Over the middle there as well. He's down to the 3-yard line. Manages to bring it up to the 1-yard line, and he's just going to QB sneak it in. Which didn't work for me in the exact formation I was against there. But it worked for him for some reason. No idea why. It works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. Whatsoever. But he's going to chuck it wide open over the middle. I always put 2 guys in coverage over the middle. And after this, I'm thinking of getting rid of Lawrence Timmons because his zone coverage is just so bad. His play rec is great. He plays the run perfectly, but his zone coverage is terrible. So I'm thinking of maybe... I play a lot of 2 linebackers sets anyway. But I'm thinking of getting rid of him and putting in someone who's got good zone coverage. Not sure who yet, but I'll see who I can pick up as well as that wide receiver, which I want you guys to suggest me. But Cam Newton there making a nice little gain. I'm loving this Cam Newton card as well. I'd love to get his 89 rated card, but I'm not going to be able to afford that for quite a while considering we're not spending money on this account. Play action pass there. He got a sack to make it 2nd and 14. We managed to make up the deficit there, get a first down, and it's coming towards the end of the game. 14-10. I need to score, and I know I can score. He knows I can score, which is why he's a little bit panicky. As you can tell there, he's used all his timeouts. He doesn't know what to do. 3rd and goal. I know this toss play is going to work just by the way the formations work. He thinks I was going to QB sneak it in. I didn't. I went with the toss. 17-14. I could have gone for the 2 points to make it a sure game. Well, not a sure game, or make him need a touchdown. But I thought I'll play it safe, and if he gets a field goal, we'll go to overtime. Because I know I can score against this guy more than easily enough. And his offense was struggling a little bit, as you can see here. He was trying to that throw there. I can't believe that throw came off. I thought that was an almost guaranteed bad throw. It was on the run. He was low on stamina, and it's Nick Foles, and he comes out with a perfect throw. Baffling. There's only 20 seconds left. At this point, I just want to waste the time. I want him to not get a touchdown. And we get a huge fumble there. I think that might have been Ziggy who got that. Coming up big for us, as he always does. I'd love to get his 84 rated card. I might think about picking that one up as well, actually. But as you can see, I'm just going in coverage here. If he lobs it deep, hopefully someone can knock it up. We have 4 guys there, sorry. Mike Mitchell pads his own stats a little bit, getting a pick. 2 picks in that game, and he ends up winning us the game. So that is 2 games, 1 overall. We're 6-1 at the moment in this series. Hopefully we can get a few more. I do play a few games off camera, just so you guys know. I'm not going to put every single game on camera if it's not a good game. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you have, drop a like on the video, comment down below on a good wide receiver for me to put in with the coins I have. I've about 40k. I'd be willing to spend around the 30k for a good wide receiver because that will really boost the team. Also subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, and I'll see you guys soon for another video.